Hi, everybody. This is Colleen stitching with the Sisterlies, and I thought I would come and show you some whips, some progress, some finishes, and giveaways that we have to give out. And we have the October members only quilt giveaway to give away, so I wanted to do that too. I have just like rearranged and moved my whole quilting studio, so it's kind of, well, it's all orderly. Let's just say it's orderly and we'll be happy with that. Um, what is today? It's 27th or 28th. It's Monday. I wanted to shout out Anna of Quilt Roadies and Stitch Roadies. She was saying that Colleen, stitching with the Sisterlies, is really into true crime on the YouTubes. And actually, it's not true crime I'm into. My work before I retired was true crime. I worked for Microsoft. I was a senior criminal compliance manager. So just think sort of like we get the bad guys on the internet. My SME, which is subject matter expertise, was in uh, child exploitation. And so I worked closely with Nick Mick. And so that was pretty much enough true crime for my career. I started at a law firm in Concord, California, and went from there to Evergreen Legal Services in Seattle, where it's kind of a nonprofit that helps um, elderly on Social Security and such in fraud on the elderly. And then I went to the Seattle King County Public Defender, where we almost had to represent the Ted Bundy because Washington State was trying to get him ex come back here for his crimes, and luckily Florida wouldn't give him up, so they did the job that we would have done too. But he was kind of he was like, he'd run away a lot. He'd escape a lot. He was like my gingerbread man that I lost when I was putting together my vintage Christmas quilt for um the giveaway, the members giveaway, and I couldn't find him until so I had to make another one, and then I found him. Remember, I said I was reorganizing my quilt room. He was stuffed in an envelope of some sort. So anyway, so it's not true crime that I'm all into. I do like to watch trials, and what I generally do watch while I'm stitching or piecing or quilting on the long arm is uh, a sector of YouTube called the Karma Community. And they basically call out true crime creators that are what we call quote unquote tragedy pimps. And tragedy pimps are true crime creators who, whenever there's a murder or something that goes on in the family, there's victims. Besides the victims that have died, there's also husbands, wives, mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, family. And in my opinion, there's a lot of true crime creators that exploit the victims. And so that's who we call out. And right now, I think we're going over Lauren and John Matthias of Hidden True Crime. Um, Somebody we didn't think would be a tragedy pimp, shall we say. But yeah, that's an interesting rabbit hole I've gone down. But that's what I do, not true crime. I watch Karma. Now let's just get back to what we were doing. And where do I start? Let's just start with finishes. I have been stitching since the summer Stacy Nash's Animal Crackers. And here's Millie. She's this cute little elephant. And I used the call for threads, but I probably used vintage, 40 count vintage mocha linen. But anyway, I finished her. She's all finished, and I made her into a stuffy. Whoops. And then where's her back? And then here's her little back. So I got her all done so she can start to join that box of, remember when you were a kid and you had animal crackers, you'd go to the store and have mom buy you a box of animal crackers, the circus crackers. And Millie just fell on the floor. So I finally finished her, fully finished her. What else do I have? Oh, I made this for a friend, actually a Krama on YouTube, a Krama streamer that talks about the uh, tragedy pimps. As I said, this is for Queen Bee. She has a dog named Voodoo, who is a bulldog. So this is a Laura Heidi design that I collaged. You have to put your own creation and stuff into the design. So this is Voodoo. Hopefully you could see him without there you go. And yeah, I have little bees and so like that's the hive, the little bumbles that are going all around it. And she's just adorable. She's got her little princess crown because she's a little princess. So anyway, now that I've shown that, I can get this packaged up and sent off to Queen. What else do we have? I'm just going to go from the top. Oh, let's go with what I started. I'm just going from whatever's here. Otherwise, down it goes. I started the Big Blue House pin keep, which I think I got 3 years ago at Maggie's in Maine in Idaho. And this is by Stacy Nash as well. So this is the chart. And I'm using called for floss, but I'm stitching it on 40 count Lakeside linen. And I haven't got real far. I'm starting at the top and the middle, and that's how far I've gotten. But it's kind of a fun stitch and listen to Krama. Um, my friend Kim and Teresa we had a stitch day. Teresa's heading to Virginia with Libby, her dog, and it's kind of like a van life thing. So hope we're wishing safe travels for her and Libby. But she stopped by so we could have a stitchy day before she left. And one of the things I'm stitching is who is this one? It's Mirabilia. And oh my gosh. Anyway, Lady Justice, I think. If it's not Lady Justice, it's some kind of lady with a sword that will ensure justice. And I'm stitching her on this We the People fabric. But while they were here, they were explaining to me, because I'm like, I started way up here. How do I know if I started it right? So they explained to me how to start in the middle and where to find the middle, which is really hard. You just fold your fabric once and twice. Now you got the middle. So that's where I'll start. So I'm going to do that. And I don't know where I put I'll put you on Voodoo. Then the other one I kitted up is, oh, this is where you go. Let's put her back so we don't lose her. So I don't lose her like I did the gingerbread man. And I started Cats on Parade by Blackbird Designs. So I'm going to make this pin drum. And I have to look at my notes, my Chris Yo stitch on book. And this is where I keep track of my progress on things. And this is stitched on 36 count Guardian by B Stitch Me. And here is my progress. There you go. Hopefully you could see that. So I'm coming along on that, and I keep it in my Halloweeny bag. And we're putting it back in the Halloweeny bag because if we don't, I'll be hunting all over for it. Here is the other memorabilia I am stitching, and I have it all kitted up. This one is Queen of Freedom, and I'm using called for floss, and the fabric I'm using is a 32 count. This is also a We the People fabric, it's 32 count. So I have that all ready to go. And also I wanted to start this one in the middle because I'm scared I'm going to start it too far high, too far left, too far right, and I want the words also to be shown, so I want to be able to see it without having to tip my head here to and fro. Let's see. Oh, another thing my friend got me. Isn't this cute? A little Lincoln. She got me that. And she finished and framed Coming to America by Brenda Gervais. We got this back in COVID days. We got this chart. I have never finished it. She finished it and gifted it to me. Isn't it beautiful? And this, when I pass, will go to my oldest son because on his father's bloodline, one of these people came over on the Mayflower. So, anyway, thank you so much, Teresa. I just cherish that. Where are we now? Those were all the stitches. These are some giveaways. How about everything's safe? Before I tell you who the winners of the giveaway were, I'll show you what I got from the Fat Quarter Shop. And everything's dropping. This is a Scattered Seed Samplers. It's a vintage charm pin keep, and I want to do this. I want to add this to my list of stitching because I don't have enough. I mean, my whips, if I did a whip parade, we'd be here forever of all my starts. And all right. Where is my notes of who won all these things? Hold, please. Huh. Oh, nope, that's not it. That is not it. Let's see. Must be over here. There we go. There it is. There it is. Let's keep everything in place because when I pick the quilt up, it's going to knock everything over. All right. But before we do that, remember Melissa Gilbert? She played Laura Ingalls on Little House on the Prairie. She's now a fabric designer, lots of thing designers. She's a quilt and also a quilt designer. So I bought her kit, which is called Laura's Log Cabin. And when it's done, and it comes in this cool little house box, like a little log cabin, and it will look like that. And this thing's heavy. There's a lot of fabric in it. Whoops. Oh, here you can see it even better. That's what it's going to look like. So that's on my list to do. I have two quilts. I have the 250th Jane Austen anniversary quilt. I need to, it's on a long arm to be quilted. I have a chicken salad quilt that somebody ordered that has to be quilted and out before uh, sometime in November at least by, but I want to get it done way before then. And I have a Blackbird's The Raven quilt, which you've seen on here before, that has to be quilted. So I will be keeping busy. So let's go over the winners of this month's giveaways. And we'll start with the first one, the book I edited for the Fat Quarter Shop, along with others, not just me. So if there's any errors in the editing, it wasn't me probably, it was probably somebody else. And this is Fat Quarters by the Dozen. And the keyword for this was stitching. And the winner of this is Linda Skinner. So Linda, if you in the drop down will be my email address, and if you can send me your email, your address, not your email address, your address, so I can mail that off to you. What is the next one? This is a Lori Holt cross stitch pattern. This is called Hometown. And the winner of this, Homeland was the keyword. And the winner of this is Connie Siminovich, or Siminovich, Simonevich. So Connie, if you would send me your address, your mailing address is what I need. Rows of Bows. This is by Cassidy Grace. This is a quilt pattern. And it was Rows of Bows. The keyword was bows. The winner is Rhonda Edwards. So Rhonda, if you can send me your mailing address. And if any of these are outside of the United States, I will more than likely have Fat Quarter Shop send you the charts because I don't get out of the house much and I don't want to deal with tariffs and all that stuff. And I'm sure you guys don't either want to. All right, the other one is another Cassidy Grace, and this is called Threaded Star, another quilt pattern. And Cassidy Grace is Lori Holt's daughter. The winner of this is Edith McClanahan. So Edith, if you can mail me your address. The next one is Completely Catty cross stitch pattern. This is done on a project bag, but you could do it on anything. And the keyword was catty, and the winner was Becky Crafty Mama. And Becky, I think I have your address, but just to be sure, in case you've moved or anything, please email me your mailing address. And this is the Bee Sweet Ornaments. This is by, who is this by? It's by It's So Emma, so Fat Quarter Shop. And the winner of this was Audrey Fleming. So I will need your email or your mailing address. And then we have the member quilt giveaway, which remember, you watched me do this along the summer through now. And where's the front? This was Lori Holt's Vintage Christmas. Where's Lincoln? I don't want to step on him. But let's see if I can show you this. My favorite part is these bows, you guys. So it's on all four corners. And I will lift it up. I won't be able to lift it all up. But it'll fit on top of your queen size bed if that's how big it is. And then here's the backing, which is Christmas carols And hold a second, let me get over here. We can look at who's this winner. I'm going slow. I'm slow today. The winner of this is Wing Zero. So Wing Zero, if you can, in the drop down is my email address. If you can send me your mailing address, I can get this out to you. And I think that's all. And I'm out of breath. But that's all I have for you right now. I've been pretty busy with my sourdough starter and sourdough bread. I made some sourdough pumpkin pecan muffins. Um, what else? Can't think of anything else to talk about. So I think I'm just going to let you all go, and I will see you in about a week or so. And have a great day. Bye. Okay, so I thought I would show you because you know how YouTube is with receipts, or it didn't happen. So here is my award I received from actually Nick Mick um, for my contribution to um, software program called Photo DNA, which is what captures and keeps any child pornography that could possibly be found on the internet and is then sent out to ICAC, which is the Internet Crime Against Children Task Force in whatever city, state, country that the image is found in. And they are then given a little knock and chat and probably a bunch more. And that was signed by Ernie Allen, who was the president and CEO of NCMEC. Another, I got a appreciation certificate from the FBI director at the time was Robert Mueller. Thank God it wasn't this one. And that was for 9/11 and terrorist work and child exploitation because the FBI also investigates child exploitation and such. And then this is I think this was in Ohio. What I did was besides uh, witness work at trials, I trained law enforcement on the technical aspects of child exploitation. So anyway, just thought I would show you that. So I'm real. I was real. I'm still real. I just don't do the work anymore.